Thanks so much for tuning in to Home Cooking with Cheryl. So now let's get started. Welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking, and today what I'm going to show you is how I make my pork loin roast. I preheated my oven to 425. This is a 4.5 pound pork loin roast. I'll take my baking dish and I'll place a little bit of olive oil on top of the roast. Just rub it in. Now for my rub, I'll take 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, to 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, there's 1, there's 2, to a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now this garlic powder has parsley in it. So 1 teaspoon. And a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is the rub that I use to put on my pork loin. So I'll just blend it all together with a fork. Rub it on top. Oh yeah, doesn't that look good? I'll bake this in my 425-degree oven for about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, but keep an eye on it because ovens do vary. And I'll put foil on top of it. Now to go clean my hands. So now I'll place the aluminum foil over my pork and place it in my oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, but keep an eye on it. For my pork loin roast, the side dishes that I'm going to serve is carrots and potatoes. So I have 2 pounds of carrots in my pot. I'll check on my roast. Really smells good. I'll remove the foil. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look good? It's been about 20 minutes, so now I'll place this back in my oven. Really smells super. I have my 2 pounds of carrots on the stove. Now I'll get peeling potatoes. Now that I checked on my pork in the oven, my carrots are done. I'll show you what I do with my carrots. So I have my 2 pounds of carrots. I'll place them in my food processor. along with 1 stick of butter. I'll chop the butter up. These carrots are so good this way. I have my potatoes on the stove boiling. Okay, so there's the 1 stick of butter. To a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And just mix. A few more minutes. And we're there. Yep. Take the blade out. Now I'll add a little salt and pepper. A little salt, a little pepper, give it a try. Perfect, perfect. Really, really good. So now I'll place this off to the side. I'll go drain my potatoes, mash my potatoes, take my pork roast out of the oven, and dinner is served. Now, don't these pureed carrots look great? I can't wait. They taste so good. My potatoes are ready to come off the stove. I'll drain them. I'll put them in my mixer and start mashing up my potatoes. I placed 1 stick of butter in with my potatoes, so now I'll place a little bit of milk. And then mix. Let me scrape down my sides, make sure everything's mixed good. Nice and fluffy. Now I'll take them off my mixer. Move my mixer off to the side. Put my bowl in. See how nice and fluffy? Scrape the sides. Oh yeah, perfect. I'll place them in my bowl. Oh yeah. A little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Let me try a little bite. Perfect. So now I'll place these off to the side and get my pork roast out of the oven. So now I'll take my pork roast out of the oven. Place it on my board. Perfect. Wow, this looks really, really good. And here's my pork loin, my pureed carrots, and my potatoes. Doesn't that pork loin look good? So now I'll slice it up, put a little piece on a plate for myself with some potatoes and carrots. So I'll place a little potatoes. Little bit of carrots. Doesn't that look good? So now I'll slice a little piece off. Perfect. Now doesn't this look good? And look at how good that pork loin came out. Now I'll give it a try. Wow, nice and tender. Super duper good. And I love the carrots. What's not to like with this meal? This is really, really good. I can't believe how nice and tender this pork is. Deserved a second bite. Super duper good. I highly recommend making this. This is really, really good. This is a real great, fulfilling meal. Thanks so much for tuning in to Home Cooking with Cheryl and watch me make my pork loin roast with my potatoes and pureed carrots. Please follow me on Facebook under Cheryl's Home Cooking and hit the like button. Pinterest under Cheryl KFL. Twitter under Home Cooking with C. YouTube under Princess 2008-47. Instagram under Princess 2008-47. And especially iFood.tv under Cheryl's Home Cooking. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.